Enjoy it, Christopher. Enjoy it. Come on, England!
Good morning from Hong Kong. Welcome to our continuing live coverage of the CGSE World Youth Championships at the South China Athletic Association Bowling Center. I'm Lucas Wiseman along with Matt Cannizzaro, ready to get started with our first step of the Masters competition, the top 24 players in the all events standings. The boys and the girls have advanced to this point where they will bowl 6 final games. And after these 6 games, the top 8 boys and top 8 girls will advance to round robin competition tomorrow, right here on Bowl TV. The players have bowled 18 games in the all events, singles, doubles team. And after their 6 games today, they'll have a 24-game total that will determine the round robin field for tomorrow. A little different setup. Today we've got the girls and the boys on the same stream. No multiple channels needed for the Masters competition. And on the girls pair, we've got Russia, the United States, Germany, and on the boys pair, England, Finland, and Chinese Taipei. Only 3 on a pair, bowling 6 games. Going to go pretty quick, and this is the only round of competition today. So it's a short day here at the World Youth Championships. Looking at the girls' all events standings, Shion Izumine of Japan, the gold medalist in the all events, 38.36, a 213.11 average. Mary Wells with the silver from the United States, Liz Culkin from the United States with the bronze. Took an average of 206.89 to medal in the all events. Kulkin besting Daria Kovalova of the Ukraine by just 2 pins. Eighth place coming into today is Nadia Nurmalina of Indonesia, 36.68, 203.78 average. And 24th place is Laura Buchner, who's on our featured pair from Germany, 194.17 average. So the players near the bottom today have a lot of ground to make up in just 6 games to try to make it into the round robin competition. On the men's side, Wesley Lowe, the old gold medal in the boys all events, 42.24. That's a new world championships record for the youth. 234.67 average for Wesley. Cameron Doyle took the silver at 40.95, 227.5 average. And Jesper Svensson of Sweden, the bronze medal, 40.78, 226.56 average. And then the next player in fourth place is 148 pins back of third. So there's a big gap between third and fourth. And an even bigger gap between third and ninth. So you have to think that the top 3 players on the boys' side are guaranteed to make it into the round robin for tomorrow. But have to play out these 6 games to know for sure. Like I said, should go pretty fast today with only 3 on a pair. You can find the all event standings on the official website for the tournament at wyc2014.com. We've got the link next to the Bull TV logo on the screen for you. Again, that's wyc2014.com. And just to explain to you the lane patterns and how that works today, the left lane is the long pattern, which is Mexico City, 45 feet. And the right lane is the short pattern, which is Beijing at 35 feet. So left lane long, right lane short. Yarnkova off to a good start for Russia. Front five this game, getting ready to step up on lane 18 here, wearing number 340. There's another one, 6 in a row for the Russian. See Ching Chang from Chinese Taipei, number 161. Pulled 289 the final game of team qualifying to advance into this cut. Had the front 10 right here on Bull TV yesterday, the final game of team qualifying, and it was enough to get him from outside the number to into the number in that final game. He ended up getting all the way up to 19th place thanks to that 289 game. All right, keep an eye on the left side of your screen here. Is Varnkova as the front 6. Start off this first round of Masters competition. She pulls it, leaves the 4-6-7 split. Three players on our girls featured pair, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th place coming into this round. And Daria Vorenkova of Russia sitting at 35.04. And that is 164 pins out of 8th place. So three players in this women's pair, girls pair definitely need a really big block to move into the top 8, but it's not impossible. On the boys pair, we've got the players who are 19th, 20th, and 21st coming into today. We've got Cheng Chang of Taipei, Chris Lamb of England, and Jesse Kallio of Finland. For those just tuning in, you're watching live coverage of the World Youth Championships here on Bull TV. This is game 1 of 6 in our first round of Masters competition. Round 2 is tomorrow. It's the round robin match play for the top 8 in each division. Combining the all events total for 18 games to another 6 games today to make a 24 game total to determine who will make it into round robin. And after 7 games of round robin tomorrow, the top 4 boys, top 4 girls will make it to the medal round live here on Bold TV. They'll also have local television for that as well. Well, getting ready to head into the 10th frame on our girls featured pair. Sarah Loker can strike out for 243. Voronkova can strike out for 244. And Buthner can strike out for 215. These 240 games, if they can get there, will definitely move the Russian and the American up in the standings. Sarah Loker strikes again. It's 4 in a row for her. That puts her in the 240s for sure. Boys are finishing up the 8th frame here in game 1. Loker finishes with 240 exactly. 234 for Voronkova, 240 for Sarah Loker, and Boothner finishes with 192. Tenth frame on our boys featured pair. Lamb for England can get to 209. Chang for Chinese Taipei looking at a max of 231. And Finn can get to 224. Chang finishes with 197 after the open in the 10th, and Lamb shoots 205. And Kaleo going to step up to finish out game one on our boys pair, max at 224.
All right, folks, welcome back to our live coverage of the 2014 World Youth Championships. This is Masters competition underway. Game 2 coming up right now.
Second, fourth, and sixth game, please reverse arrow.
Top 24 players in each division after 18 games of qualifying over the course of the week. Now bowling 6 more games, and after this we'll narrow down the field to the top 8 in each division for round robin match play that will take place tomorrow. So today just a quick day here at the South China Athletic Association Bowling Center. This is Matt Canizaro alongside Lucas Wiseman, and you're watching Wire to Wire live coverage of the biggest event for youth bowlers in the world, the World Championships. This event brought to you by the Chinese Gold and Silver Exchange Society and hosted by the Hong Kong 10-Pin Bowling Congress. It's been a great few days here, and we've already handed out medals in singles, doubles, and team. Just a quick recap, it was Korea that swept in singles. Woo-Sub Choi and Sujin Yang taking home the gold in singles. In doubles, on the boys' side, it was Sweden over Junior Team USA. And on the girls' side, Junior Team USA over Japan. And then yesterday, an exciting conclusion to the team event. Japan wins on the girls' side by a single pin. And the U.S. boys made it 2 in a row here at the World Championships, taking down Malaysia in the gold medal match. So now that you're all caught up, let's watch game number 2 of the Masters competition today. They're bowling on 2 different patterns. The left lanes have the long pattern, the 45-foot Mexico City, and the right lane has the 35-foot Beijing pattern. So again this week, a bit of a test of versatility for all the bowlers. We had 46 countries represented, 262 players. They bowled singles on the Beijing, 35 feet, doubles on the Mexico City, the long pattern. And team event was 3 games on each. And after 6 games in each event, the top 4 advanced to the semifinals. You can find all that action archived on Bowl TV. Just go to youtube.com/BowlTV and you'll be able to find everything from this week. A lot of excitement, especially in the medal rounds, and it's all clearly labeled and separated for you, so you'll have no problem finding the ones that you missed. But we do appreciate your continued support here on Bowl TV. I know I've seen the schedule, or at least list of possibilities for the upcoming year, and a lot of great events. And you can find out more details on bowl.com. Just go to bowl.com/livestream and check out the full schedule. Lucas Wiseman, the Globetrotter. And hopefully you'll hear more Aaron Smith and Matt Canizaro from around the world as well. But for now, the final 2 days of the 2014 World Youth Championships. The 18 games of qualifying, that was 6 games of singles, 6 games of doubles, and 6 games of team, after which the all events winners were determined. On the boys' side, it was Wesley Lowe from the United States, 42-24, an all events record. He did roll a 300 game in the team event yesterday. That was the 5th perfect game in World Youth Championships history. First one coming in 1996 as PBA standout Tommy Jones threw 12 in a row here in Hong Kong. On the boys' side, Cameron Doyle from the United States took home the silver medal, and Jesper Svensson from Sweden grabbed the bronze. On the girls' side, it was Japan's Cheyenne Izumune taking home the gold. She also got the gold medal in the team event and silver in singles and doubles. So a great week for her. And the United States grabbed the other 2 all events medals. Liz Culkin got the bronze, and Mary Wells with the silver. And they're both here bowling today. Again, this is the top 24 on the boys' side and top 24 on the girls' side from the all-event standings. 6 more games, and we'll cut to the top 8 in each division for tomorrow's round-robin match play. So sit back, enjoy. Again, this is the best of the best, the top 24 on each side of the best bowlers in the world here on the biggest stage for youth bowling, 2014 World Youth Championships. Took an average of 205.44 to make it on the boys' side. And an average of 194.17 to make it through on the girls' side. Scores already up, so let me read those to you in just a minute. If you'd like to check them out on your own, you can go to the official tournament website. It's WYC2014.com. WYC2014.com. And as you can see, we're only in frame number 2 here of game number 2, and first game already updated, so everything running smoothly. Great staff here at South China Athletic Association Bowling Center. Hong Kong 10-Pin Bowling Congress working very hard this week to put on a world-class event. While we have the boys standings, Wesley Lowe, he was your leader, still is, shot 181. However, his teammate Cameron Doyle shot 241 to close the gap a little bit. But right now, he cuts to the top 8 plus 58. Timmy Tan from Malaysia. plus 258, not plus 58 for the top 8 right now. Your top 8 at this time: Wesley Lowe and Cameron Doyle from the United States, Jesper Svensson from Sweden, Rafiq Ismail of Malaysia, Pontus Anderson from Sweden, Michael Mack, the local favorite from Hong Kong, Ramon Hilfery of the Netherlands, and Timmy Tan of Malaysia. Again, standings available on WYC2014.com, and we'll have the girls' standings updated momentarily. Zamune still leading on the girls' side. However, she bowled a 157. Mary Wells with 181. Closed the gap a little bit. Liz Culkin is third. There's 17 pins behind Wells. Kana Shimode. She threw the big shot yesterday that earned Japan the gold medal in the team events. She shot 247, catapulted up to 4th place. So definitely a tight race here at the top of the girls' master standings. About 100 pin separation between 1st and 8th right now. But definitely a little bit closer on the girls' side, so it should be a little bit of excitement there. Again, 6 games today, and we'll whittle the field down once again from 24 on each side to just 8 for tomorrow's match play. All right, everybody, thanks again for joining us. This live coverage of the 2014 World Youth Championships. This is Masters competition. We're getting towards the end of game number 2 of 6. And this final round will narrow the field once again from 24 now to just 8 on the boys' side and 8 on the girls' side. And if it looks like these players are playing significantly different lines on each lane, it's because they are. The left lane on each pair is the long pattern, 45-foot Mexico City. Players on the long pattern generally will be closer to the middle part of the lane. And as the day progresses, get deeper and deeper. Whereas the 35-foot Beijing pattern on the right lane will have players start towards the outside part of the lane. Many of them, especially on the boys' side with urethane equipment, playing the extreme outside edge. We saw a lot of gutter balls during singles on the short pattern. Stepping up on lane 19 is our singles gold medalist, Woo-Sup Choi from Korea. Left-hander defeated two-hander Wesley Lowe from the United States. And again, that was contested on the short pattern. See some discussion in the chat room about Chris Sloan from Ireland. He is the lone participant from Ireland here this week. Bowled well, made the top 24 here. So even though he's solo, he did get to bowl in every event. Obviously working towards all events and the Masters. And here he is, the two-hander stepping up on lane 19, the long pattern. 46 countries represented by 262 players. That's 4 in a row for Sloan. So now that we're down to the best of the best this week, seeing some pretty good scores here, especially on our featured pair, 19 and 20. (17 and 18) done for the ladies. 183, 190, and 197. Going to check out the standings or see who the 24 remaining players are. You can visit the official website, wyc2014.com, or if you're curious about how any of the other events turned out, you can see the recaps on bowl.com. Archive footage available on Bowl TV. And if you want to get in on the discussion, you can find us on Facebook, The Sport of Bowling USBC, or Matt Canizaro USBC. Just want to say hello. You can find us on Twitter, at USBC, at USBC Matt, and at Lucas_Wiseman. So we've been here for nearly 2 weeks, enjoying all that the World Championships in Hong Kong have to offer. We have a short day today, just 6 games, and we'll be back tomorrow for round robin match play, followed by the semifinals and the finals. And those championship medal rounds will be broadcast live on local TV as well as here on Bowl TV. So Chris Sloan finishes with 212. Usub Choi, 236. Nice break there for Japan's Shinbata. And Japan made the team semifinals yesterday on the boys' side, as well as winning by a single pin on the girls' side. For the girls, anchor bowler Kana Shimoide needed double a 9 to win the World Championship and she delivered in dramatic fashion. Nearly left the 4-7-10. The 7-10 fell late, and she got just enough for the single pin victory. She struggled a little bit in the doubles semifinals and finals, and really made up for it yesterday, throwing the big shots. Pretty much with all eyes in the bowling center on her. And camera flashes exploding afterwards. Definitely an awesome moment as a bowling fan. All right, Shimbata finishes things up with 244, and that's going to do it for game number 2. 236 for Choi, 212 for Sloan, 244 for Shimbata. And we'll get ready for the whistle. Cool thing about international competition is that all players move from pair to pair at the same time, and it keeps the pace pretty even across the house. They'll blow the whistle, everybody can move, and then once they get there and get situated, they'll blow another whistle and they can start the next game. So we'll wait just a couple minutes for game 3. I appreciate everybody joining us for this live coverage of the 2014 World Youth Championships.
From that point of view, you can, swap this
Underway with game 3 here in the first round of the Masters competition at the World Youth Championships in Hong Kong. Bowling a total of 6 games today, with the top 8 boys and top 8 girls advancing. You can find the results on the official website of the championships, and after 2 games for the boys, the cut number is 42-47 after 6 games. After 2 games on the squad and 18 combined from the previous events, so that's a 20-game total. And it is Ramon Hilferink of the Netherlands. Right now, your top 8 on the boys' side: Wesley Lowe, Jesper Svensson, Cameron Doyle, Pontus Anderson, Timmy Tan, Choi Woo sub, Michael Mack. And Hilferink of the Netherlands. Rafiq Ismail of Malaysia is first out in 9th place. Girls' standings haven't been updated yet after 2 games, but they should be soon. As soon as we get an update, we'll let you know.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. You are watching live coverage of the 2014 World Youth Championships. This is Masters competition. The top 24 boys, 24 girls, from a field of 262 players this week, representing 46 countries. We're playing 6 games today, and then the field will be cut to the top 8 in each division. Right now, this is game number 3 of 6, and we're moving right along. 2 different lane conditions being used right now. The 45-foot Mexico City pattern on the left, 35-foot Beijing on the right. If you have any questions, certainly please let us know in the chat room. And thanks again for joining us for our continued coverage here from Hong Kong.
And it does turn out, Matt, that the score was wrong for Rafiq Ismail. He shot 180, not 100. And so they're going to fix that and get the standings updated once again.
It appears we're world famous now on bowlingdigital.com.
Excellent.
He said, be serious, and looked more angry than serious, but there we are.
There you go, to bowlingdigital.com for the Matt and Lucas show, apparently. Michael Mack off to a good start for here in game number 3. Got the front 5, Hong Kong player. Michael Mack with the front 6. It's going to be halfway to the perfect game at this point. A long ways to go. We've had one perfect game this week. Wesley Lowe bowled one yesterday, first game of the squad team qualifying. Looks like the standings are updated after 2 games on the girls' side. Shion Izumine of Japan still leading, 41-68. Only a 7-pin lead over Mary Wells of the United States now. Liz Kolkin in 3rd. Kana Shimoyne of Japan in 4th place. Daria Kovalova of the Ukraine in 5th. Sanna Passanen of Finland, 6th place. Jenny Wegner of Sweden in 7th, and Mirai Ishimoto of Japan in 8th place after 2 games in our first round of Masters competition. Michael Mack left the 4-pin to end his string of strikes at 6. And I wouldn't pay too much attention to the average column on the results. It does not appear to be correct. just tuning in, you're watching our live coverage of the World Youth Championships here on Bowl TV. Approaching the end of Game 3, which should be the halfway point of this block. This is the only bowling today, as it's a short day here in Hong Kong. The second round of Masters will feature the top 8 boys and top 8 girls, and that will take place tomorrow morning, followed by the medal round. Of course, Masters, the final event of the World Youth Championships, so the tournament will end tomorrow with the medal round in the Masters event, and the banquet will be held tomorrow night. Michael Mack putting up a big game here. Can get to 259 in Game 3. He is easily within the top 8 at this point, but still have 3 games to go after this one. This game will certainly help him quite a bit in securing his position among the top 8. So again, you can find the results at wyc2014.com. And actually, after they fixed that score by Ismail, that moved him up to 5th, and Michael Mack actually on the bubble in 8th place, so this is a big game for him. should move him up a bit, I would think, if he can finish it off for 2:59. Junior Team USA's Greg Young bowling a good game here. Can get to 236 if he strikes out. But Greg in 16th place and currently sitting 106 pins out of 8th. And he will lose ground, it looks like, to Michael Mack this game. So Michael strikes again. Made it to the medal round in the singles event to open these championships. Last shot of game 3 for Michael. Gets 8 for 257. Greg Young looking to close things out here for 236. Greg bowled 173 his first game, which really hurt his chances making the top 8. Followed up with 236, and now a chance to go back-to-back 236s. Leaves a 8-pin or a 9-pin on that shot, so that put him at 225. Things moving pretty quick today. Kind of figured it would take about 3 hours to bowl, and that's about what we're on pace to do. Should be done by about 2 p.m. Hong Kong time, and then they'll have the all events medal ceremony. That'll be it for the day here at the South China Athletic Association Bowling Center. Gives Matt and I plenty of time to make it to the markets to do some shopping for our significant others. The girlfriend's hoping to get some fine Hong Kong merchandise brought home. Have to go shopping. Weather's been pretty subpar here the last few days. Lots of rain. Actually had some leaks in the ceiling in the bowling center. They were able to plug them up pretty quick, but it's been pretty wet here the last few days. And I hear that it's been raining again outside, Matt, so hopefully it'll clear up so that everybody can do their shopping later today. This is kind of the shopping day at the World Youth Championships, I think.
It's certainly perfect bowling weather. And again, the Hong Kong 10-Pin Bowling Congress putting on a fine event and making sure that that we make it everywhere dry and safely. providing transportation to and from the hotels during the inclement weather. And I think the hardest working staff in Hong Kong for sure. Certainly put on a great event and putting up with us for almost 2 weeks now. All of our live streaming demands, I think, certainly commendable.
We do have a tendency to be pretty needy, so thanks to the Lim and the rest of the staff for putting up with us and helping us each day, get us set up with our stanchions and our tables and our cables and all kinds of stuff. They even give us lunch every day. It's couldn't ask for more. It's been a great trip and a great tournament. Game 4 going to get started here in just a moment. You can see the names on the screen of the players who are going to be coming up. We're just waiting on one pair to finish up game 3 before they blow the whistle so everybody can move to start game 4.
All right, the whistle has blown, so players moving on to their next pairs for game number 4. We've reached the halfway point of today's Masters competition, 6 games. Then we'll cut the field down to the top 8 in each division for tomorrow's round-robin match play. All right, game 4 underway here. Game 4 of 6 of Masters competition. Have the updated standings here shortly. They've been pretty quick all day so far. Right now, you get to take a look at tournament leader Wesley Lowe from Junior Team USA, as well as Matthew Farber, his teammate. They picked up the team gold medal yesterday. Back-to-back wins for the USA here at the World Youth Championships. And now trying to add to their medal total. Wesley Lowe, silver in singles, bronze in doubles, team gold, all events gold. Now trying to hang on here to make the top 4 in the Masters. 3 games from now, we'll narrow the field down to the top 8. Round robin match play tomorrow. Then the televised finals. Now, Lucas has been working with the staff and possibly the TV crew, and give you guys a look at live Hong Kong TV tomorrow. So we'll have all that for you. Check out your live stream schedule on bowl.com. Just go to bowl.com/livestream. See what time things are getting underway. If you missed it, you can check out the archives. And remember to subscribe to our Bowl TV channel so you'll never be left out. And our girls pair to the left, 17 and 18. Kana Shimoide, she threw the big shot yesterday for Japan to lock up the gold medal. She needed a double and 9, and she got every bit of that with a 1-pin win over Sweden. Dramatic fashion. Both teams struggled at different points. Japan rallied late and gave Shimoide a chance. She stepped up huge. First 2 shots were terrific. Third shot drifted a little bit high, nearly left a split, and the 7 and 10 pins fell late, leaving just the 4-pin and enough to take home that gold medal. And boys scores updated through 3 games here in our first Masters round. Wesley Lowe still on top of the standings, but Cameron Doyle closing the gap. Jesper Svensson on his way as well. Wesley Lowe leading at 47.98 after games of 181, 181, and 212. Cameron Doyle 241, 175, 249. He's at 47.60. So just 38 pins back now. And Wesley Lowe led by 130 coming into today. That narrowed down to just 38 pins. Svensson 2 pins behind Doyle, 47.58. And Korea's Woo-Sub Choi, the singles gold medalist, having a great day here in Masters competition. The 2 patterns, long on the left, short on the right, and Choi 761 for his first 3 games today. He jumps up to the 4th spot at 45.32. So still 225 pins or so behind 3rd place, but solidly now making his way into the top 8. In 5th place, Malaysia's Rafiq Ismail, 45.23. Michael Mack from Hong Kong just shot 257. He jumps up 2 spots into 6th place, 45.17. Ramon Hifferink from the Netherlands, 44.94. And Timmy Tan from Malaysia rounding out the top 8, 44.89. Matthew Farber, he's on our featured pair right now, stepping up on lane 19. He's in 11th place. He's in 11th place right now, 44.10. So about 79 pins out of the top 8. Farber battling here with 3 games to go. Still in the hunt, of course. Top 8 advanced to match play. Greg Young, as Lucas mentioned, now in 13th place. And he's about 110 out of the 8th spot right now. So a little work to do there for these guys. And you get to watch it all here live on Bowl TV.
Should be a pretty close race to see who makes it into the top 8. It's pretty tightly packed there at the and they're on that number at this point. And obviously, you've got Wesley Lowe, Cameron Doyle, and Jesper Svensson who are locked in. They're going to make it for sure. But then after that, you've got 5 spots left, and you got a lot of guys who can still make it into the top 8 with 3 games to go.
Definitely a lot of talent here in this field. This is the best of the best on the biggest stage. And names we've said and seen all week long, very capable. And girl standings are up as well. So we'll take a look at that. And again, Izamune sitting on top, but the lead is disappeared almost completely. Mary Wells second, only 9 pins back at 43.76.
Izamune had a bad start, 157, 175. Mary got to within 7, and then Izamune picked up a couple of pins, so now she's up by 9. But at this stage, it's more important to stay in the top 8 than it is to lead. I'm going to stay in the top 8, and then after tomorrow, stay in the top 4. Because after that, there's really no advantage to being first or fourth in the step ladder in the semifinals tomorrow, because there is no pattern choice. It's dual pattern, left lane long, right lane short. So really, it's just lane choice at that point.
Still definitely pretty tight on the girls' side too.
It's really close.
All the way down to 13th place even. Everybody with a shot. No real big games today for the girls. Some just plugging along and a little bit of movement, up and down within the top 8 or so. But Liz Culkin for Team USA drops down to 6th. She just had 180, 170 the last 2 games. But no huge shooters really, but still very close and possible for many of the players below the line to make their way up. So that's where it gets exciting with 3 games to go. And we're already halfway through game number 4. Wesley Lowe putting on a show again. He likes the cameras. He's got the front 4 here.
He likes the Twitter followers too. Picked up a lot of Twitter followers yesterday after shooting his 300 game and setting the all events record. I think he picked up like 50 new followers on Twitter, and he was very excited about that at breakfast this morning. He was sitting there reading his phone and looking at all of the hundreds of notifications that I'm sure that he had after his big day yesterday. Now he's mad because he left a 6-pin on that shot on the front 4, and I promise you he wanted to shoot another 300 because I told Wesley that if he shot 300 he would get his shout out for his Twitter handle on the live streaming, and he did yesterday. So I think he was trying to get another one.
Well, we all have our motivations.
That's right. The U.S. boys love their Twitter, that's for sure. There's a lot of players in the field on Twitter, too. I've seen quite a few of them tweeting about the event during the week.
Lucas made me get on Twitter as well. I fought it for as long as I could.
That's right. Everybody should be on Twitter.
I need to bowl, 4 300 games in order to keep up with Wesley and Matt Farber now with all their followers.
Look at Farber sending a messenger across. Right, if you want to follow Matt, you can follow him at USBC Matt. There you go, Matt. Maybe you'll pick up 1 or 2 new followers at USBC Matt.
Get the triple digits.
That's right. Do Matt a favor, help him out. His Twitter is kind of sad over there. Needs a little help. A little CPR on the Twitter. Remember, it's at USBC Matt, and I'm at Lucas_Wiseman.
Plenty of good stuff on there too, and all the behind the scenes information and tips and photos, and it's not all just fun and games on the live stream here. We do get out and about.
Yeah, if you follow us on Twitter, maybe we'll post some pictures of our adventures at the market tonight when we go. It's always a fun place to visit. It's always one of the highlights of coming to Asia is some of the cool shopping on the streets that you can do. All right, if you want to find the standings, they're updated after each game at WYC2014.com. We don't want to get too far off topic. I'm sure that Jason Overstreet, our boss, is listening somewhere, and we'll get scolded if we're too off topic. So
well, good news is we can start talking about Greg Young with the front 6.
There you go.
Compared to our right. Again, he's
still has a chance.
Yeah, he's mathematically still pretty close. And throwing 6, 7, 8, 12 in a row certainly will help.
And it's about 100 out, right? 110 out with 3 games to go. It's hard to bowl big games on this dual pattern with the left lane long, right lane short, because you got to have a different mindset on each lane, and it's hard to maintain that focus and do it at a high level for a lot of consistent frames over the course of a game or 2 games, 3 games. So it's hard to put together really big sets. On the women's side, the highest 3-game set to start the day was looks like 651 Sarah Loker, and then Ishimoto from Japan at 647. But a lot of scores between 550 and 630 on the girls' side. On the guys' side, well, Choi Woo Sub of Korea, 761 for the first 3. So that's pretty outstanding bowling when you consider the dual pattern conditions. And he's got to be the only player who shot 700 for the first 3. Yeah, it's not even close. It looks like Jesper Svensson, 680, would be the next highest. So the Korean really dominating. And Greg now has the front 7 off to the right of our featured pairs. We got a shout out in our chat from Totoy in Russia, enjoying the live streaming. I was just in Russia last year for the World Cup in Krasnoyarsk, Siberia. Be somewhat close to Russia in November, going to Poland, which is just a hop, skip, and a jump from Russia, for the live streaming of the World Cup again this year. You'll be able to watch Bowl TV's live coverage first week in November. Also have live coverage of the World Men's Championships in Abu Dhabi in December. First couple of weeks of December is when that will take place. So if you want to stay up to date on what's going on here on Bowl TV, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Click the subscribe button and join us here on Bowl TV. It doesn't cost anything, and you can set up updates so you know when we post new video content. And it's not just about the United States, it's all kinds of content, including coaching tips, features, live streaming of all kinds of events around the world. So be sure to subscribe to Bowl TV, get updates on everything that's going on with Bowl TV. And Greg Young is on the approach. We'll keep you updated even though you can't see him. He's got the front 7 this game. And he just left a 10 pin. Look at how deep Matt Farber is, sliding basically at the 40 board on the left lane, and then contrast that with where he's playing on the right lane on his next frame. And that's a pretty vast difference from lane to lane. Not pair to pair, lane to lane. We got another shout out in the chat from Mark Herod. Says he's stuck in the office in Hong Kong and maybe see you at the night markets. Well, Mark, thanks for watching. I guess maybe just down the street somewhere. Maybe at Causeway Bay or Kowloon or something. I don't know. We're on the island side here at the South China Athletic Association Bowling Center.
Well, Lucas, it looks like we're going to have a new leader on the girls' side. If things keep up the way they are this game, Mary Wells bowling very well. One pair to our left. And Liz Culkin not having a bad game either. So 3 great scores. Wagner on that pair as well, 15 and 16. And we will see. We got Japan's Shimorde again. She threw the big shot yesterday to win the gold medal for Japan. She's on our featured pair right now. You've been to many of these events and seen many Masters competitions. And does it get as exciting as we get down to the last couple games of this, knowing who's going to make the top 8? I mean, how does this compare? I know the team event is the big one, and the crowd a little bit smaller today, and most of the players out probably enjoying Hong Kong, getting ready for tomorrow's banquet. But how does this compare to the rest of the week?
Well, it's a little different because it's an individual event, so it's not quite as high intensity as team event or the doubles. But I mean, certainly the players around the number, it's just like any other tournament, are going to want to get in to the top 8 so they have a chance to win the gold for their country tomorrow. So we'll see. It's hard because they're spread out pretty far, so I don't know how much of a grasp the players really have on what the scores are like, but I would imagine the ones that are close to the number probably have a decent idea, or at least their coaches do. So we'll see.
Well, and being that they're just youngsters, possibly, at least for Senior Team USA kids, first timers, all 8 of them at this event. For a lot of the field, opportunity of a lifetime to come and compete on this stage. But as compared to events that we're used to growing up, the format is certainly very unique with the singles, doubles team. Then the Masters is something that we didn't really experience until we were adults. Certainly, again, the next, I guess, the training ground to your future adult representatives for their countries. But such a great experience more than anything to be able to come and compete, at this level, at this type of format. And it'd be nice to see different events like this, perhaps, possibly not spread out over 2 weeks, but domestically, just to get a taste of what it's like. And I don't know, how this compares to youth bowling in other countries, or how familiar they are with this type of event. But certainly, you can't put a price tag on that experience.
Well, wrapping up Game 4. Only 2 games to go after this, so like I said, it's a pretty short day here at the World Youth. They shortened up the schedule from the original version by having the boys and the girls bowl simultaneously all week long. And the result of that is that today is a little bit shorter of a day than was originally scheduled. I don't think anybody's complaining. It's been a long week for everybody, and everybody's looking forward to a little time off this afternoon. Back again tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Hong Kong time, with the round robin portion of the competition. Medal round for the Masters is scheduled to start at 1 p.m. Hong Kong time tomorrow. And there's television involved in that, and anytime there's television involved, I like to say that it is significantly subject to change in terms of the timing.
Pretty decent scores around us, Lucas. We got 232 from Mary Wells. Liz Culkin working on 250. 213 for Wagner with an opening in the 10th. Greg Young working on a 250 game still to our right. And Rafiq Ismail will be in the 230s for Malaysia, trying to keep his spot there in the top 8. Certainly getting down to crunch time. Everybody getting comfortable and getting loose here, and really figuring out the kind of a mental challenge. I think this is more of a mental challenge than anything, pulling on the 2 different patterns as you mentioned. Certainly 2 different mindsets and potentially 2 sets of equipment even. And you mentioned Matt Farber standing essentially in the left gutter on the left lane and in the right gutter on the right lane.
I know some of you in the chat want us to give you an update on bowlers in progress, but we can't see that many lanes from where we're at. But the scores are getting updated very quickly at the end of each game, so it doesn't take very long to bowl a game, and it doesn't take very long to update the standings, so it goes pretty quick. This block was originally scheduled for 4 hours, but it's only going to take 3.
continue our food fight here in the live stream booth as we watch the end of game number 4. Moving right along. Just one frame left here, and then game 5 coming up next. Here's when you get the best players of the week, and they throw shots like that. You get down a little bit faster.
Just a couple of more shots to go here in this game. Girls are mostly done. I think the girls are done, except for our featured pair. Wagner's bowling a pretty good game. I mean, 240s potentially.
Well, she was the number.
Yeah, so that's a big game for her then.
Going into game 4. Liz Culkin just ahead of her shot in the 250s.
Could create a little bit of distance between the number and 9th, potentially, depending on what the people behind her did. We'll find out pretty quick.
Yeah,
standings
they've been
quick.
pretty speedy.
Yeah.
And that was another great shot by Wagner. And the 8 pin doesn't want to cooperate. The cold 8, they call that. But she'll be in the 230s. Certainly a nice effort.
If you want to watch any of the medal rounds earlier in the week, they're all available on demand on Bowl TV, youtube.com/Bowl TV. You can find all of the medal rounds available to watch anytime you want. The girls' team medal round was pretty exciting last night. Matt was calling the action for that. Came down to the final ball, basically, of the whole game, and you can go back and watch that. Or if you want to watch the U.S. boys winning the gold medal in the team event, you can watch that as well. Doubles and singles medal rounds also available. Once again, subscribe to our YouTube channel to get updates anytime we have new videos that get posted. Picked up a lot of new subscribers this week, Matt, so thank everybody for joining us here on Bowl TV. Hopefully you'll tune in for our live streaming on a regular basis. Picked up about 600 new subscribers this week, so that's pretty good. We're almost to 33,000 subscribers here on Bowl TV.
Here's a treat for us, Lucas. In game number 5, we get to see nearly half of the top 8 on the girls' side.
Yeah, it's true. Pretty close on the guys' side, too, I think.
Here's Imune Wells and Culkin here on our featured pair.
And we've got 3 guys who are battling for spots in the top 8 as well. Henderson was just outside the number going into game 4. Ismail was in 5th place, and the Dutch bowler was in 7th. We'll let you know when we have updates on the standings. Should be just a few minutes. By the way, kudos to Rick Cruz from Brunswick, nice split conversion by Mary Wells. Rick Cruz, who from Brunswick, is here doing the results for the tournament, doing a great job getting them updated as quickly as possible. So thanks for Brunswick for sending Rick out here to help out with the tournament, helping to make the results service run smoothly. Scores are updated on the boys' side. Wesley Lowe still in the lead. Cameron Doyle second. Jesper Svensson in third. Rafiq Ismail, who's on our featured pair, in 4th place. Michael Mack 5th. Choi Woo Sub of Korea 6th. Pontus Anderson moves up to 7th, just with a 2-11 game. Timmy Tan from Malaysia in 8th. Our Dutch bowler, Helferink, is in 9th and sitting 23 pins outside of the cut. Magnus Jonsson of Sweden making a big run today. He is sitting at 868 for 4 games and has moved all the way up to 10th place and is knocking on the door a little bit, but he's still back quite a ways. Let's see, what's he at? 57 6 pins back. No, I'm looking at the wrong total. Hang on. 27 pins back. Looking at the previous column instead of the total column. So it's pretty close. It's probably going to be one of those situations where we won't know until the final standings get updated today whether who made it in. So we'll just have to be patient. Once again, on the boys' side, pretty close heading into the final 2 games. Definitely the top 3 are 100% locked in to make it. You can just tell that by looking at the differential column. It's about 200 pin gap from 3rd to 4th. And from 4th to 9th, that gap is 85 pins. And we've got 3 players who are in contention here on our featured pairs on the boys' side this game. None of them really off to a good start here this game. Magnus Janssen bowling just to the right of the featured pairs. Front 3 and just left the 6-10, it looks like. 3-6. That name looks familiar, it's because it should be. Magnus Janssen is the son of the famed Swedish coach by the same name, Magnus Janssen. And I would guess that Dad's watching at home. He does watch the live streaming. Sometimes I'll get an email from him saying that he's been watching. Went to Sweden once for a couple of days, and Magnus took me on a tour around Stockholm. It's pretty cool. Always appreciative to know so many people internationally to be able to call on folks for a quick tour when I visit their country. Ooh, Magnus missed the spare though. No doubles on our boys featured pair this game. And it's important because they're all 3 very close to the number heading into these final 2 games. Have an update on the standings for the girls. Mary Wells, as we mentioned, moved into the lead by 42 pins. Izumine now in 2nd place. Liz Kulkin moves up to 3rd. Pasanen of Finland 4th. Kovalova of the Ukraine in 5th place. Sweden's Wegner in 6th. That's Jenny Wegner. Shiomode of Japan in 7th. And Laura Plazas of Colombia moves up to 8th, but just 2 pins ahead of Ishimoto for the last spot. And then Nurmalina of Indonesia is 10th, and she is 34 pins behind 8th place. We only have a game and a half to go. Boys' side a little bit closer than the girls' side around the cut number, but both divisions will have maybe a little bit of excitement in the last game depending on who we have on the featured pairs. Mary Wells has bowled very well today, 831 for her 4 games on the dual pattern. Sarah Loker still high at 888, but she had so much ground to make up, and it's hard to come back. She's still in 15th place and 92 pins back, it looks like, of 8th. She's not bowling that well this game, though, so it's awfully hard to come from the bottom of the standings, or at least the bottom of the top 24, and make it into the top 8. That's a pretty big cut for just 6 games. We still haven't had a double on our featured pair for the boys. That has to be concerning for the those 3 players. At this rate, it would not shock me if Magnus Janssen is going to make it into the top 8 going into the last game. Or at least move up to 9th. Guess this is the time in the block where the nerves start to get a little rattled. Heading into the final frames to make it into the top 8. That's a big shot by Pontus Anderson. Double for him. It's the first double on this pair we've seen in 6 frames. Anderson in 7th place, but only 24 pins ahead of 9th place. I mentioned, Matt, that you're bowling on 2 different patterns, the left lane long, the right lane short. incredibly hard to stay focused for an extended period of time. And this can be when that focus starts to dwindle a bit as it becomes mentally draining to keep up with a different pattern on each lane. It's not something that you deal with on a regular basis in normal tournaments. So trying to maintain that level of focus is very challenging over the course of a long block of 6 games. Magnus Jonsson just struck again off to the right of the featured pair, 3 in a row for him. Jonsson can strike out for 266. Big shot here for Anderson on the far right side of your screen. Pitched it right and got it to strike. Ball was right on the edge of the lane. Could potentially end up with, well, you will have 2 Americans in the top 8 on the boys' side. You could have as many as 3 Swedes in there, so that could be 5 of your 8 could come from 2 countries, and 2 Malaysians. So, to see what happens here, but Sweden performing well over the long term of this World Youth Championships. They suffered a little bit of heartbreak in the team event. They missed by 3 pins to get into the team event yesterday, the team finals. They missed by just 3 pins against Japan to get into that medal round. And I'm sure that was very disappointing for them. Matt Farber off to the right of our featured pair has the front. Sorry, it has a long string of strikes, not quite the front, but he can shoot 270 in this game if he strikes out. Farber down in 14th place. More than 100 out, but 270 game might inch him closer. Would be really tough to overcome that kind of deficit in just 2 games, and he just washed out. Put the jinx on him, I guess. Pontus Anderson with another strike. It's 4 in a row for him. As he is looking to solidify his position inside the top 8 with a big game here. Hilfering kind of going the wrong direction. Has not bowled particularly well today. The Dutch bowler 157, 187, 247, 174, and now looking at another sub 200 game. Fortunately, most of the girls who are near the cut number aren't too close to us. According to his mom, Cameron Doyle apparently has taken the lead with 1 game to go. And he should be coming on to the featured pairs next game, she says. Only got 1 more game to go today, and then our live streaming will be over for the day. It's a short day here at the World Youth in Hong Kong. Tomorrow is the final day of live streaming. Getting started at 9 a.m. Hong Kong time. The medal round for the Masters scheduled to start at 1 p.m. Hong Kong time. Ismail with a double in the 10th. Going to get him to a max of 208. .183 for the Dutch player. As he wraps up game 5. Pontus Anderson can max at 249 this game. Ring 10 for the Swede in the 10th, bringing his max score down to 228. Izumine gonna bowl a big game here, 248, and she'll take the lead again. Mary Wells only in the 180s, 184 to be exact. So Izumine back in the lead. All right, just have to wait for everybody else to finish up Game 5, and then we'll get going with our final game of the day here. Shouldn't be much longer. I see a 10th frame needs to be bowled down. A couple of pairs over. But once they blow the whistle, they'll move and get started with the final game here of round 1 at the Masters in Hong Kong.
Still pretty good. What lane you on? Oh shit, you got me.
You don't need to watch me, you don't need to watch me.
I need to.
All right, there's your whistle, folks. The final game underway here. Game 6 of 6 on this first day of Masters competition at the 2014 World Youth Championships. This is Matt Canizaro and Lucas Wiseman. We're live here at the South China Athletic Association Bowling Center, bringing you continuing coverage of this year's WYC, brought to you by the Chinese Gold and Silver Exchange Society and the Hong Kong 10-Pin Bowling Congress. It's been a great week so far. And for many of these bowlers on the lanes right now, this is their final game of the week. 24 boys and 24 girls remain. And after this game, we'll cut it down to the top 8 in each division for tomorrow's round-robin match play round. We'll have the updated standings for you momentarily. These players all bowled 18 games of qualifying over 3 days, singles, doubles, and team. And the field was cut again from 262 total players representing 46 countries down to the top 24 in each category. After this game, we'll get ready for the all events medal round. On the boys' side, that will feature Junior Team USA's Wesley Lowe with the gold medal in record-breaking fashion, 42-24. Followed by his teammate Cameron Doyle and Sweden's Jesper Svensson. On the girls' side, Japan's Cheyenne Izamune took home the gold, also led her team to the team gold medal. And she's followed by Junior Team USA's Mary Wells and Liz Culkin. We'll have the scores in just a minute, but rumor has it that Cameron Doyle has passed his teammates, Wesley Lowe, by a single pin. We'll have confirmation here momentarily as we get comfortable for the final game. Tomorrow, bright and early, 9 a.m. here in Hong Kong. Top 8 in each division. We'll be back on the lanes for round-robin match play, after which the top 4 will advance to the semifinals. That will be televised on local TV and here on Bowl TV. So don't miss that. Check bowl.com/livestream for the exact times wherever you are. Right now we're behind lanes 17 through 20 here at the Hong Kong South China Athletic Association Bowling Center. We've been here all week long. And tomorrow, the exciting conclusion of this year's 2014 World Youth Championships. And game 5 standings for the boys. Confirmation. Cameron Doyle shoots 225. Wesley Lowe shoots 162. And Cameron now in the lead, 51-85. Wesley Lowe 51-84. Sweden's Jesper Svensson is third. About 25 pins back, followed by Malaysia's Rafiq Ismail. And a pretty good gap there, about 200 pins between third and fourth. So top 3, it's just a matter of who's going to be your leader at this point. And number 5, Pontus Andersson from Sweden, followed by Michael Mack, the local guy from here in Hong Kong, Woo-Sup Choi of Korea, and rounding at the top 8, Magnus Johnson from Sweden. And he's about 29 pins ahead of Timmy Tan from Malaysia. So 8th place, 90 pins ahead of 12th place. So still some possibilities there, but it looks more like a 10 or possibly 11 player race for the 8 spots here. There's Johnson on our featured pair here, trying to hold on. And those players who are close, Ramon Hilferink is about 37 out. Lee from Korea is about 71 out. And Matthew Farber from the United States is the player 90 pins back. And we're pretty spread out here across the bowling center, so we can't see everybody. A little bit challenging to try to know the moving and shaking here, but you can find the complete standings on the official tournament website, wyc2014.com, wyc2014.com. So we know our top 3, we just don't know what order. Cameron Doyle, Wesley Lowe, and Jesper Svensson. Doyle with the 3-bagger, trying to guarantee his place among or at the top of the pack. And on the girls' side, a little bit of leapfrog going on. Cheyenne Izamune back on top, 48-14. Mary Wells with the 180 game falls to 47.92 in second place. Sanna Pesanen from Finland going very well today, 10.32. She's up to third place, followed by Liz Kulkin. Japan's Ishimoto. Jenny Wegner up to 6th place for Sweden. Kovalova, we're seeing her on our featured pair here, up to 7th place from Ukraine. And Shimoide from Japan holding on to the 8th spot, but barely. Laura Plazas from Colombia is only 11 pins back. Nadia Nurmalina from Indonesia, 21 pins back. So 60 pins separating 8th and 13th place right now. So anything can happen here on the girls' side for sure. see is Imune to our left, but we cannot see Mary Wells, so it will be a surprise for us when we get down to the final standings. But we're about halfway through the final game here. And a lot of folks asking about the two different channels. Well, because of the way that it's set up now, with a pretty good split between the two divisions, and only so many players in the field, we're gonna stick with one channel, and we'll have some boys and girls action tomorrow. Should be really quick. It's just 7 games of round robin match play. And that likely will be one bowler per lane. And then we'll have the televised semifinals. And a question about the standings, it's all based on total pinfall. The average is today's average. So the category you want to look at is total, and that is their total pinfall for the entire week. Doyle's runner strikes comes to an end with a 4-9 here in the 6th frame. He had a split in the 1st frame as well. And then it started stringing them. There's Kovalova from Ukraine with a good string going, trying to solidify her place in the top 8. She's 7th right now. But a big game can never hurt. Guarantee yourself, although there are no guarantees in life, but give yourself a pretty good chance. Johnson's strain comes to an end. Johnson is the number right now, 48.88. And Timmy Tan close behind at 48.59. Kovalova still striking on the girls' side. Normalina trying to sneak in. She's 10th right now, 21 pins out. She's definitely making up some ground on Shimoide, who is 8th right now. But will it be enough? If you want to check out the final standings, it should be updated not too long from the conclusion of this game. You can find that on WYC2014.com. And then join us tomorrow morning to cheer on your favorite players. There'll be 8 boys and 8 girls left. Question in the chat room about live scoring. Unfortunately, the scoring system here it predates any live scoring technology and capabilities, so unable to provide that this week. And it's all based on the bowling center and type of software that it has, and just not compatible at this week's event. So perhaps down the road, next event. But again, standings have been pretty quick after each game on the official website, so they're doing a great job getting those posted for everybody at home to see. And of course, the daily recaps on bowl.com. Again, you're listening to live coverage of the 2014 World Youth Championships with Matt Canizaro and Lucas Wiseman. Great shot there from Svensson. He is solidly in 3rd place and no risk of falling out of the top 8. Potentially, he could take the lead for the big game here. Doyle is your current leader. 26 pins ahead. These players are bowling on 2 different patterns. They're using both patterns they saw this week. On the left lane here in Masters competition is the long pattern, 45-foot Mexico City. On the right lane is the short 35-foot Beijing. They saw Beijing in singles and then 3 games in team, and they used the Mexico City for doubles in the first 3 games in the team event. So a little bit of a mental challenge here, a test of versatility as they battle both patterns, trying to make it into the top 8 here in the Masters. And up on 17, Kovalova. She's still got 256 out there, stepping up into 10th. And she leaves a 10 pin, but she is working hard at maintaining her spot in the top 8. And Normalina giving it one last push here. Just 21 pins out coming into the final game. Doing everything she can. Just put yourself in position and hope that it works out for you. Shimoide is 8th right now. She's a few pairs to her left. Normalina could go around her, but some other bowlers also pretty close. Here's a look at Cameron Doyle from the United States up on 19. Putting the ball down at the left gutter. Again, he's up 26 on Svensson coming into this game. And Svensson has picked up a few sticks here. But your top 3 locked in. It's just a matter of what order they're going to be heading into tomorrow. Magnus Johnson trying to hold on to his spot in the top 8.
So Matt, Nurmolina was 21 pins behind Shiimoide of Japan. And it looks like Shiimoide can only shoot 207. So I think that she's gone around her. The question is, does she go around Laura Plazas of Colombia?
Yeah, a little hard to tell completely as we're so spread out.
Yeah, I don't see Plazas very close to us here. She must be down on the far low end.
Well, it's all part of the mystery, but folks can go to the official website in just a few minutes even. We're down towards the end of game number 6 right now, so give it about 10 minutes. Scores should go up. WYC2014.com is where to go.
Doesn't look like there's too much drama on the guys' side. Magnus Jansson's bowling a pretty big game, and I think that he should be in good shape. He was up by what? Almost 30 pins on Timmy Tan, who was in 9th. Of course, we can't see the Malaysian either. Too far away, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, no, I don't see him. But really, if Magnus Jansson strikes up for 234, Timmy Tan would need it in 260s to pass him. So 244, sorry. Needed a 270s.
Yeah, he might need those 10 pins.
Yeah, it's possible. Top 8 for the boys and the top 8 for the girls advance to tomorrow, starting at 9 a.m. Hong Kong time. This is our final frame for the day.
But Lucas with that open frame there for Cameron Doyle, 203. Svensson can shoot 237 and go around him. So I wouldn't call that dramatic, but certainly a good confidence builder for Svensson ending this round on top if he can manage the double here.
Big shot for Magnus. Can't say for certain, but he's bowled great today, that's for sure. That we do know, but if I had to guess, I would say he'll have enough, but we don't know the scores below him, so can't say with certainty. But he has shot 1092 for his first 5 games today and shooting 244 max this game.
So Lucas, the whole Indonesia contingent here, score watching. Of course, Nurmolina went around 8th place Shiimoide, but it's a matter of how did everybody else fare, and they're looking around, crunching numbers, fingers crossed.
Yeah, we'll find out soon enough. Today's just the cut from 24 to 8. There's no medals awarded today at all or anything. It's just cut in the Masters. And Magnus strikes again. Put him in the 240s.
Svensson will not go around Doyle here in the final game.
Yeah, he needed that strike, didn't he?
So we don't know where Wesley Lowe is. He's far, far away. But he has led wire to wire. He led from singles to your top qualifier.
Looks like, based on the reaction, that Magnus Jansson believes he has made it. And I would say that's probably a pretty good bet. 244 that game.
Certainly did all he could. As they say, left it all out on the field.
Looks like we'll have 3 Swedes in the top 8. Well, that's the end of the bowling on the featured pairs. You'll be able to find the final results on the official website of the championships, wyc2014.com. And, of course, the top 8 boys and top 8 girls will advance into round 2 tomorrow, the round robin match play portion of the Masters. So keep an eye on the official website. It'll be updated in the next 15 minutes or so with the final standings. And we're going to sign off for now, but we will be back with you again tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Hong Kong time for our final day of coverage here at the 2014 World Youth Championships.